Hey everyone, what's going on? So really quick, I want to talk about let not your heart be troubled and don't worry, be happy. So let not your heart be troubled actually comes from the Bible. It's a verse from John chapter 14, verse 1. Okay, don't worry, be happy. I'm sure you have heard of that lovely slogan. And plus, like back in like the 80s or early 90s, there was a song, don't worry, be happy. If you haven't heard of it, go on YouTube, Spotify it, and then like you'll hear it. Okay, so let not your heart be troubled. We find ourselves in relationships, and sometimes these relationships don't work out and they don't go accordingly. I understand every relationship has its trials and tribulations and its ups and its downs. And sometimes, two people have to like separate for a minute and things need to unfold in order for them to come back together. And other times, the circumstances, unfortunately, that it just wasn't meant to be. That old cliche saying goes, everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, whether it's a good reason or whether it's a bad reason. While you're in that particular situation, you may not understand what's going on and what's happening to you at that particular time, but then when you look at things in retrospect, then you're like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. So that's why I'm saying, let not your heart be troubled. You have to somehow find peace and find solace within yourself and within your heart so you don't get so caught up into the whole situation. Okay, me, for example, I am a deep, deep empath. I feel, and when I feel hard. When I love hard. And I take on that person's emotions and I take on my emotions. I don't care if it's my personal romantic relationships. I don't care if it's my friendships. I am just an empath. So when I find myself in situations that are very, uncomfortable, I have to learn to find that peace from within. So like I said in past videos, when you are in a storm, you want to be in the eye of the storm, because the eye of the storm is the calmest part. And sometimes it is very hard to get there because you're in all of this chaos and all of this havoc and all of this confusion, and you need to funnel your way down into the eye and find some calmness, some peacefulness, try and find some solace. Okay, it's a lot easier said than done. So that's why I'm saying try and go deep within. And this takes a lot of self-control, a lot of practice on your emotions, and it takes a lot of work on yourself in order to do this. Myself, for example, again, when things don't work out the way I had hoped or that I have planned, that's when I start getting into my head. That's when I start getting into my emotions. I just start replaying situations, conversations, different scenarios. Well, if I said this, then maybe this would have happened. Or if I would have done this, I start beating up on myself. And I start in oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And that's not good. So that's why I have a very, very strong relationship with myself. And that's why I always suggest to you guys to really get to know who you are, really love yourself, really practice that self-care. And yes, self-care is the bubble baths and going to the spa and, all that stuff is great. But self-care is also working on yourself, loving yourself, caring for yourself, caring and loving yourself the way no one else on this earth can do, right? Because I love me. And there's nothing that anyone can do or say to me that's going to make me love myself any less. Sometimes I do get on uneven pavement, but I hurry up and get back on the even pavement, if that makes any sense. So that's why you want to get out of this and you want to get in this. Don't let all of this trouble this. Your heart should be the eye of the storm. It should be the comfort. It should be the peace. It should be that little voice on the inside that tells you everything is going to be okay. Even though what you're going through right now really fucking sucks. Pardon my French. And even though you may think that it is the end of the world, but that's when you have to know, that's when your faith has to come in. And that's when you have to tell yourself, I'm going through some shit right now, but I'm going to come out on the other side happier, stronger, more loving, and you have to know that you cannot be defeated and no one can tear you down and everything's going to be okay. For example, when I was with my ex-husband, he tore me down. He slowly deconstructed me as a person. It was horrible. But I found a way back to myself. I had to like fall in love with myself, and I had to find that inner love and that inner peace and that inner balance to know that this isn't a good situation for me. So that's why I'm saying, let not your heart be troubled. Find that peace, find that solace. Don't worry, be happy. I'm not saying to be fake and just like wear a mask and like take all your problems and push them underneath the rug, but just know that at the end of the day, everything is going to be okay. Don't worry, have faith, let go, let God. Don't worry, be happy. Try and be happy. You know, it's hard. And that's why I always stress, you know, take that little bit of time out for yourself every day, whether it's in the shower, whether it's driving to work. That doesn't sound very like, you know, meditative. You know, whether it's like me, I lay in the bed every night, 20 minutes before I go to bed. I listen to my vibe music and like I vibe out. That's my form of meditation. That is my time for me to get realigned, you know, from everything that knocked me off course during the day. Just like you have to like get your tires realigned, right? You have to do the same thing like to yourself. I do this every night because I like to make sure that I'm staying on my path. So let not your heart be troubled. Everything will be okay. I know this is like a little rant, but everything will be okay. Everything will be fine. Keep your head up. Stay happy, thankful, grateful, blessed, and know that whatever situation you're in now that may not be looking so happy, that guess what? There are rainbows and sunshine, and you will come out of this on the other side stronger, healthier, happier, and you'll be blessed. So with that, I love you guys. Thank you guys for everything. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, tell a friend, tell two, tell three. Make sure you like this video, if you like it, of course. And please leave comments. I love comments. I love talking to you guys. So comments, questions, concerns, I welcome them all. So with that, I love you, and I will talk to you guys next time.